After 60, does your hair still reflect the woman you are today, or is it holding on to a version of you from the past? Choosing between the bold freedom of a pixie or the timeless grace of a bob is more than a style decision. It is a way of honoring your story and beginning a new chapter. Hair is memory, confidence, and identity woven together. In this video, we will explore how your face shape, lifestyle, and spirit can guide you to the perfect cut. And if you stay until the end, I will share a simple secret that many women over 60 say completely changed how they feel every morning. The meaning of hair after 60. After 60, our hair often tells a new story. It becomes finer, grayer, and less full. Yet it remains the crown we never take off. I still remember my wedding day curls and the neat bob I wore for my first teaching job. Did you know that in 2024, nearly 72% of women over 60 in the US reported changing their hairstyle to feel more confident? For me, cutting my long silver strands last year felt like starting a brand new chapter. What about you? Does your hair still reflect the woman you are today? Sometimes a simple change can unlock a whole new energy waiting to be discovered. Pixie. Freedom and youth. The pixie cut is short, neat, and effortlessly bold. It has a way of drawing attention to the face, making the eyes sparkle and the smile shine brighter. Many women describe it as a haircut that not only changes their look, but also changes the way they feel about themselves. One of the biggest strengths of the pixie is how youthful and modern it feels. According to a 2024 style survey by AARP, nearly 58% of women over 60 who chose a shorter hairstyle said they felt more energetic and adventurous afterward. Styling in the morning becomes easy. A little mousse, a gentle tousle, and you are ready to go. For women who live active lives, travel often, or simply do not want to spend too much time in front of the mirror, this style can feel liberating. Of course, every rose has its thorn. The pixie needs regular upkeep, usually every 4 to 6 weeks, to keep its crisp shape. And if you are someone who loves the softness of longer hair brushing your shoulders, the pixie might feel too sharp or minimal. But for many, that trade-off is worth it. I can tell you from my own story. At 64, after decades of keeping my silver hair long, I finally asked my stylist for a pixie. When I looked in the mirror, I barely recognized myself. In the best way. I felt lighter, almost as if I had taken 10 years off my shoulders. What about you? Have you ever thought of trying a pixie cut? Or do you think you would miss the comfort of longer hair? Sometimes letting go of length is the very first step toward discovering a freer, more youthful version of ourselves. Bob, timeless elegance. The bob haircut has always been seen as feminine, classic, and at the same time, modern. What makes it so appealing is the variety. You can choose a short bob that rests right at the chin, a lob or long bob that brushes the shoulders, a layered bob that adds movement, or even a softly waved version that feels romantic. Each variation carries its own charm while keeping the spirit of elegance alive. One of the strongest advantages of the bob is its versatility. According to a 2025 report from the American Hair Association, nearly 65% of women over 60 prefer the bob style because it adapts so well to different settings. You can wear it sleek and polished for work, tousled and casual for a lunch date, or curled softly for a formal evening event. Unlike the pixie, the bob usually holds its shape for 6 to 8 weeks, which means fewer salon visits. It's come with challenges. The bob takes a bit more time each morning to style, especially if you want a smooth finish or soft waves. And if it is cut at the wrong length, it can draw attention to areas you might not want, such as a heavier jawline or shorter neck. I remember my own experience at 67. After years of experimenting with different looks, I decided to go back to the chin-length bob I had in my 30s. The moment I looked in the mirror, I felt tears in my eyes. It was like meeting an old version of myself, but wiser and stronger. Have you ever thought about returning to a hairstyle from your past to reconnect with a memory or feeling? The bob is not just a haircut. For many of us, it is a graceful way to blend the woman we once were with the woman we are today. How to choose the right style. When it comes to choosing between a pixie or a bob after 60, your face shape can be a quiet guide. An oval face is the most flexible, as it looks balanced with both cuts. A round face benefits from height at the crown with a pixie, or a longer front bob that creates length. For square faces, soft layers can ease the angles. A heart-shaped face often shines with a chin-length bob or a side-swept pixie. If your face is long, avoid adding too much height. A softly waved bob will bring balance. Hair texture also plays a big role. Fine hair can gain thickness with a layered pixie or a blunt bob. Thick hair can feel lighter with an undercut pixie or a layered bob that removes weight. For those of us with natural curls, a curly pixie or a softly waved bob can celebrate the texture instead of fighting it. According to a 2025 survey by Modern Salon, 62% of women over 60 who embraced their natural curl reported higher confidence than when they tried to straighten it daily. Jane lifestyle and personality matter too. If you are active, travel often, or prefer simplicity, a pixie may feel like the right match. If you enjoy experimenting with different looks and see your hair as part of your daily expression, the bob may give you more freedom. I know for me, when I retired, I loved the ease of a pixie. But once I started attending more social events, I switched back to a bob for the variety. What about you? Do you want your hair to fit seamlessly into your busy mornings? Or do you enjoy spending time styling it as a form of self-expression? Sometimes, the answer to that simple question reveals the perfect choice. Common mistakes to avoid. Even the most stylish haircut can lose its charm if certain mistakes are overlooked. With a pixie, one of the biggest issues is letting the top go too flat. Without a bit of lift or texture, the face can look less vibrant and even older. A recent 2024 survey from Beauty Insider found that 49% of women over 60 who had a pixie cut wish they had added more volume at the crown to avoid a dull look. With a bob, the danger often lies in the length. If it is cut too short, it can feel severe and highlight areas like a stronger jawline. If it is too long, it may weigh down the face and neck. I remember when I tried a shoulder-length bob at 65. Instead of feeling elegant, I felt as if my neck looked shorter and my jaw heavier. After adjusting to a chin-length bob with soft layers, the difference was remarkable. Another mistake is ignoring hair color. A cut, no matter how well done, can lose its impact if the color does not complement your skin tone or personal style. In 2025, the American Hair Trends report noted that 71% of women over 60 felt more confident when they paired their cut with highlights or lowlights, rather than leaving it plain. Even subtle changes in tone can bring light to the face and elevate the overall look. What about you? Have you ever walked out of the salon and felt like something was just a little off? Even with a fresh cut? Was it the length, the volume, or maybe the color? Learning to avoid these common pitfalls can make the difference between a haircut that simply looks fine and one that truly feels like you. Inspiring stories. Sometimes, the most powerful proof of a hairstyle's impact comes from real women and their real journeys. Take Ms. Hong, a 65-year-old retired teacher. For decades, she wore her hair in a safe, shoulder-length style. When she finally decided to cut it into a pixie to mark her retirement, her friends were amazed. Many told her she looked at least 10 years younger. More importantly, she said she felt like she'd stepped into a new chapter of her life with energy and freedom. Another example comes from a local dance club in Florida, where most of the members are in their 70s. In 2025, the group held a survey about personal style and found that nearly 68% of their members chose some version of the bob. The reason was simple. The bob is flexible and social. It can be sleek for a ballroom performance, softly curled for a dinner outing, or accessorized for casual practice. One member joked that the bob was the little black dress of hairstyles because it fits so many occasions. I can relate to both stories. At 66, when I switched from a long layered cut to a bob, I found it so much easier to match my hairstyle with my outfits and events. My friends commented that I seemed more polished and confident. Have you ever noticed how a new cut can change the way people see you, and even the way you see yourself? These stories remind us that hair is not just about fashion. It is about celebrating milestones, expressing personality, and sometimes even reclaiming joy. As we have seen, there is no single perfect haircut for every woman. The right style is not about following a trend, but about choosing what makes you feel alive, radiant, and confident. For some, a pixie becomes a symbol of freedom, freshness, and a playful new beginning. For others, a bob feels like timeless elegance, graceful and versatile for every moment of life. After 60, our hair becomes more than strands of silver or soft curls. It is the crown that carries our memories and the reflection of who we are today. Whether you choose the bold spirit of a pixie or the graceful beauty of a bob, remember that your hair is not just about how you look. It is about the story you want to tell. So, let me ask you, if you had to decide today when to get a pixie or the elegance of a bob, share your thoughts in the comments because your journey might inspire another woman watching. And if this conversation touched your heart, make sure to subscribe so we can continue exploring beauty, confidence, and joy together. After all, our journey is just beginning.